Hi, and welcome to our first in our videos for our computer hardware class. Chapter 1 is an overview of everything and all the chapters to follow. Chapter 1 is testable material, and anything that I go over in these series of Chapter 1 videos should be taken down as notes. If you see something bold and underlined, it especially should be taken down as notes. And if you have any questions at any time, you can stop and email me if we're not in class this time, or raise your hand if we are, to clarify any points that are on there. Also, we have our class forums to ask questions as well as the online chat. Chapter 8 is the last part that we're going to talk about, and that's expansion cards that go into that expansion section in our motherboard. They're mounted in expansion slots, and they enable us to expand the capabilities of our motherboard and of our computer. Okay, allows our CPU to connect with external devices, networks. There's all kinds of expansion cards that we have available to us. And when we look at those, here's a modem card. It slides in the slot. You'll see how to put those in and take those out. They're actually very, very easy to mount and take out expansion cards. When we see an expansion card, this picture is kind of small. There's the motherboard up here. The expansion cards are all on those slots that are perpendicular to the motherboard back panel. That's where you'll see the parts for the expansion slot, and this is just kind of an illustration of how they are in here, and that's what they look like from the back. Really, in Chapter 8, we're talking about this. Anymore, 95% of what we need in our computer is already integrated on our motherboard if we chose our motherboard well. The only thing we don't want integrated on our motherboard is a video card. Motherboard integrated video cards cannot do a fraction of what a modern video card can do today. So really, we're going to talk a majority of the time in Chapter 8 about video cards, video outputs, video memory, video processing, so that if you guys want to build a gaming computer when you're done with this class, you should be able to go forward and say, I've got this amount of money, and you know that you bought the best card for the money. I just bought a couple cards for my kids, and I did the same thing that I'm going to teach you guys how to do, how to evaluate and decide what card would be the best one for you to buy based on your needs. So that's really what Chapter 8 is a majority of times spent. You're not going to buy a fax card anymore. You might buy USB extension cards to give yourself more USB ports. Modem, how many people are going to use a modem anymore? Network card, maybe, depending on what you're doing. But almost every motherboard has at least one, if not two. We have one with 4 network connections in it. Maybe a Wi-Fi card if you're not close to the router in your house and you don't want to run a cable. But video cards is the one thing you're definitely going to want to look into buying if you decide to build your own computer.